Hi Virgo, and welcome to my channel, The Guided Intuitive, and thank you so much for being here. So we're going to do a read for you and who, and that who could be a significant other, boyfriend, girlfriend. It could be a family member or a friend, even one side of a situation or another. Okay, so do note that this is going to be a general read. So if you're looking for a personal read that taps into your own personal energies, then go to The Guided Intuitive up here or in my description box. Okay. I do want to take a moment to thank all of you for being here. I'm blessing you and hoping that you have your health and sending you lots of love. I know a lot of us are going through a lot of changes, transitions, and transformations, and that has shaken a lot of our work life, our love life, and just life overall. So that's something obviously to take note of, and I am hoping that all of you are that are healthy are focusing on helping others and lifting the collective by really being your highest and best self. And by doing so, it does actually raise the collective consciousness. So definitely it helps us. So please do your best to do this. I'm doing my best to do this, and whatever we can do to help those that maybe aren't so healthy at this time. So sending you lots of love. And for those of you that really need assistance in perhaps some sort of roadmap that will allow you to kind of go through transition again in your life, your love, and just life overall, I'm actually starting a pilot program, and I'm thinking about doing that actually right now, based upon some of the things that I've already been doing. So those of you that are interested in more of group type training in that and really want to get to the core of your life purpose and experience less confusion, more clarity, more excitement and passion, as it pertains, in your life overall, and have some sort of blueprint along the way, then you definitely want to book a discovery session with me up here. And it's also in my description box if you miss it. So let's move on and let's take a look at what is happening for you and what the cards want to say for the first half of May. All right. So here's where you're at right now. Let's go ahead and take a look at that. Here's where you're at right now. Okay. Let's see here. Here is where we are at. Okay. All right, Virgo. So what do we have? We've got balancing. So you could be balancing a couple different things out right now. This could be, your work and your home life. It could be love and professional, that type of thing. But this is really coming into play. So this is about balancing things out. Could be, even with your money situation as well. So that's what I see here. What's interesting is that you're being very much recognized, and people are recognizing who you are and what you do, and you are getting a lot of feedback and beautiful feedback from it. You could be in the public's eye, at this particular time. You could have a leadership position. Whatever it is, that people are definitely really noticing you, and could be an online thing that you might be, focusing on, or just the accomplishments as it relates to love, as it relates to work or life. It's about growth that you've experienced, and this is beautiful. So people are noticing it. Whatever it is that you're doing, that special someone, other people are actually noticing it. Okay, so sixes are about growth. Okay, so the growth that you have come from where you were before to where you are now, there's growth there. You're being, there's accolades here for that. Okay, what else? Wow, we've got the Four of Pentacles. So this is about holding closely to your money, and just really watching your money in terms of the process. Making sure that you don't focus too much on the money, but this is really saying is focusing on your stability right now. And I know a lot of us are doing that right now, through some of these changes. And this is about just getting your stability as it pertains to that. So that's really key. Anything else? Really focusing on work. Okay, really focusing on work. It's like your head is down and you're focused. Okay, this is the Eight of Pentacles. So this is just really focusing on the fruits of your labor. You're kind of building an inventory, so you have more stability in your life and you don't feel like you feel a sense of unbalance and trying to balance it. But whatever it is, it's working. All I've got to say, whatever it is, it's working. If this has to do with love, you're putting more of your time, effort into that. This is saying that it's working. People are noticing. The other person is noticing. Okay, so that's one thing to think about too. So that's what I see here. So let's see what else wants to come out for you here. And then we'll go on to the journey cards and on some love cards and see what wants to come out. The Hierophant. So this is about really focusing and reevaluating your beliefs This is about changing maybe instability in a belief and kind of changing it. So maybe getting more information. Maybe you're learning and getting educated, or you're the teacher and you're teaching others. So that could be the case. And since, yeah, it could very much well be the case. So you might be teaching others, and this is interesting. So when I get the Hierophant, it also says that maybe in some sort of tradition and your beliefs are changing as well. So maybe that you're taking inventory of this and reevaluating, and then, or getting more education and teaching others. So very interesting. I'm going to go ahead and pull a journey cards and see what wants to come up here for you. Let's see what's going on. Discovering your truth. This is about standing in the light of your truth. So I think that this Hierophant made you go within and actually think about a few things, and now you're standing with this being reevaluated, and now standing your truth in this relationship or in this situation. So that's what's happening right now. This is interesting. Very beautiful. So you're standing in the light of the truth in this situation or in this relationship. Let's see what else. Yeah, and you're expanding your horizons. This is a popular card that I've been getting with a lot of people in this first 2 weeks of May, guys. Everyone is kind of looking at what they have now and then expanding their horizons on what that looks like. So this is really beautiful. This is beautiful because, it's about getting clear on your purpose in life. And, if you're looking to experience a lot more, passion, clarity, and excitement, and rid of any blockages that is, standing in the way of your life's success, then you definitely want to book a discovery session. But you're taking inventory right now of that and kind of getting clear in your beliefs, so that comes together, and that's going to again lead you to your truth. This is beautiful. Let's see what wants to come out in terms of love. Let's see what wants to come out there. What is that? Golden path. Okay, so this is about using divine guidance and whatever warms your heart and soul. This is actually leading you towards what it is that you want, the magnificence in this situation. So it's like you're following your golden path, just like about discovering your truth, moving into the vast vistas. I mean, that's what's really coming into play. So this is interesting, very interesting. Yeah, golden path. Let's see what else wants to come out for you here in terms of these cards. Interesting. What is it? My gosh, I swear to you, I keep shuffling these things and I get the same cards that keep coming out. This is eternal flame. This is about loving yourself first and going down the path of what feeds your soul. And what's interesting is I'm not getting like tons and tons of love here. It's like, well, this one is eternal flame. So this is about, you're going to find the person that you are going to come in connection with on your golden path. This is so funny. And so that is coming through. So that's saying is that this eternal flame, it's like having the love for yourself is going to bring you to the love of what you want to do, right? Discovering your truth and going through the vast vistas of your truth is going to bring you to that person, is what I see here. I'm going to pull another card on this and see what wants to come out. Let's see. Eternal flame. Anything else here? Contacts. So this is about, as you go through spiritual maturity and keep leveling up and leveling up and leveling up, it's like you are going to, you're going to come across someone that's going to also share that eternal flame. But what you do, what's interesting, Virgo, is that you're putting things in context as it relates to love. A lot letting things get out of hand. It's kind of like, I really feel like I'm not seeing tons of love here except for this eternal flame. And this is really, this is love for oneself, I think, is going to be like the key component here. And that leads you to the pathway of spiritual maturity, to find another, as it pertains to love. Let's see, anything else that wants to come through. Yeah, maybe there was something in the past that, maybe didn't work out, because this is about saying there's a hidden gift. Something that didn't work out in the past as it pertains to a relationship, and so your focus has been a lot on work. It's like you're putting a lot of effort and time like into work here. But here's the thing, that the endings brings forth a brand new beginning. And that's why I see it's like now you're discovering your truth. This was a catalyst to discover your truth and discover your path forward, and to get things and to get you on your golden path. So then this eternal flame can come through. So it kind of starts with you first. So whatever it was that this Something that brought sadness in a relationship or situation has actually helped you in some respect, because it allowed for a new beginning. And even though there was sadness in an ending, now it could be a new beginning with a particular person, but what it did is it got you on your path first. And when you're on your path, that's when you actually come back into connection, with this, where's the card that I'm looking for? Yeah, with this eternal flame. It gets you on the path to your eternal flame and who's perfect for you. This, again, does talk about a new beginning. So it could be a new beginning, with a particular person. It could be for a select few of you, but this is also a new beginning, and this person was the catalyst for that. A new beginning that puts you on the path of what you really are supposed to be moving towards at this particular time in life. So this is really, really interesting. Anything more? Yeah, this really just wants you to listen. It wants you to pay attention to more listening as you're looking beyond the distance, and planning how you want to move forward now that you've actually uncovered your truth, right? And in this relationship or in this situation is what's coming. So it's about more listening, and then it's about listening to your soul, and listening to what it really, really wants. And maybe that was the catalyst, that whatever didn't work out was a catalyst to something that moves forward. Interesting, guys. Very interesting. Let's take a look at this other person on the other side and see what wants to come out. Let's see what that is, okay? Queen of Wands could be dealing with the fire energy. This is Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Very confident, very creative, spiritual, a little mysterious, a little bit. Very vibrant too. And could have Leo in her chart as well, but really focused on the light. Which is really interesting, because this talks about you being on this golden path, and this is, kind of towards the light. Well, she's all about the light, right? It's like the sun shines on the sunflower, right? This is a sunflower. And, the sunflower, it turns its face towards the sun. And it's so interesting. And so it's kind of like this is turning its face towards the sun. And her turning her face towards the sun allowed you, maybe if this is something that didn't work out, that allowed you to turn your face towards the sun, to your path, and now puts you on, your path of truth, right? Discovering your truth, and you're standing in the light of truth, standing in the light of your truth, right? Very interesting, guys. Very interesting. So again, it could be a person that's taken on that energy, or they are a fire sign, but someone that, that's what I see here. Could be involved in spirituality as well. Let's see what else. Yeah, it's about them having the person on this side is focused on their strength and balancing themselves out. This is the Strength card, Major Arcana card in their life. So this is beautiful. Yeah, and it's just it just tells me that it's about having the strength to overcome whatever it is in their life, and having also the courage to move forward on what it is that they are passionate about and want to create, right? So the queens are all about having influence and, really a lot of vibrancy and moving forward in life. Anything else that wants to come out? Let's see. Yeah, I think in the past felt they were held back, and it was about a perception it was their perception that was holding them back. And I think now that they've got the strength to move forward, and build, if not building up on the strength, but already has the strength, but to take a different perspective, to level out the energy. This is the 8 cards. So the 8s are all about change. When it comes about sword, this is about they were imprisoned or in isolation in terms of their perspective. Any more on this? This is Gemini, Libra, Aquarius type energy. Any more on this 8 of swords? What wants to come out for that? Wow, we get the 10 of wands, which tells me is that this is about it's coming to an end. Something's coming to a completion, an end. It's an ending of this perspective is what I really, really feel. That's why I feel most of you on this side, for this other person, and I think that they've come to an end of thinking this imprisonment type of perspective. It's done. They've done their work as it pertains to getting out of this. And again, fire energy, but it's come to a completion. What's next for this person? It's come to a completion. Could have been in the relationship or situation has come to a completion, but they had to get rid of their perspective. And it seems like you focused more on your work. This just flew out. Oh my gosh, lovers. So the Lovers card. So it's like a Lovers card. I think what they had to do is to clear something out of the way and have the strength to clear it out of the way. And it was about a perception of some sort. And then this person gets the Lover's card. So then they can open their life to love, into a divinely guided partnership, into love. They couldn't do that before because they had the blockages there. Let's see what else wants to come out for them here. Let's see. What else? What did they get? Support is all around them. So getting the support that they need from fellow travelers on their journey, in terms of moving forward, on what it is, in this love relationship. So getting the support that they need to take that different perspective. I am going to pull one more card on the Lovers. I want to see what wants to come up. There's been a lot of growth for this person on this side. Okay, I do want to let you know they has been. Anything else? Let's see here. Yeah, it's like the end of end of strife. We get the Five of Swords. Now the fives talk about disagreement. There could have been disagreement in the past and strife, and I really feel that it could have been, again, this disagreement this person had within their mind and their perspective, and that's what I see. But that's what kept them back from love. But now love is coming to the picture, and now they've got support all around them. So I just had to clear that up. I wanted to see what else wanted to come out. And this is about them staying focused. This is about holding the course on what it is that they love, and holding the course in terms of their perceptions, and getting rid of this and moving forward in love. Let's verify. I want to get a little bit more clear in terms of this love card. I'm going to use this one. I want to get any more on the Lovers that wants to come out here. Empress. So stepping into, this is about Empress energy, getting this person's very nurturing. So if whoever in this situation is more nurturing, more kind of taking on that feminine energy, is extremely creative. It's a birth of something new. There could be pregnancy as well, as it pertains to this situation or relationship. But this is an Empress, and this could be a birth, of some sort. It doesn't have to just be a pregnancy, but a birth of something new as it pertains to love. Could be that as well. Okay. Anything else for this person on this side? What is anything else for this person on this side? Space. They needed the space to make that happen, and perhaps, I don't know if they had to keep themselves away from you or vice versa, but I really feel that they needed the space to take care of the inner thing that was causing illusion for them in their life, and they could gain the momentum and the energy to move forward. But this is about space. They needed the space so they could get divine guidance as well. Okay, so anything else for this person? Fortitude. Yeah, again, space, to get the strength they needed. I guess the card that comes right after that, we just talked about that, fortitude, right? They needed the strength. They couldn't build up the strength because they just didn't have it in them, because it was all, it's like ruminating in their mind. It's like rumination that was taking place within them, and it was just really causing an imprisonment of the mind, and they had to get the strength to get out of that. So that's exactly what I see. Anything else for them? Let's see what else. Peace. Yeah. It's like they're a being of love, and they had to get to a point where they got some peace. Okay, in their head, and it's just saying they'll release the negative energy. So it's about releasing, and it's very interesting. So maybe, I don't know if something did or did not work out. They're focusing on their self-esteem, and when they focus on their self-esteem, they can benefit others. And so this person had to take themselves away from the equation in this, if it's a love relationship or a situation, which left you almost, I feel, Virgo, to just kind of focus on you discovering your truth and becoming that best, that beautiful partner, the perfect person, and put you on your path. But you've been doing a lot of listening, and perhaps it brought you into work where you're either teaching someone or getting clear in your beliefs and learning from others in terms of your stability. But let's take a look at in terms of what is the universe have in terms of advice for you. What does that look like? What is the advice for Virgo in this situation or in this relationship? Let's see what this is. This is interesting, guys, really interesting. Okay, let's see what this is. What do we have? So the timing wasn't right yet, but it is now for them. And so what I get for you in terms of your advice, time for a love fest. Wow. So this is interesting. Now this could be, okay, so let me read the back of the card. Actually, everyone is responsible, is what this, actually everyone is reasonable, okay? They just have their own reasons. And it usually And usually it's worth trying to learn what they are. Let me back this up again. And usually it's worth trying to learn what they are to maximize the chances of a full-blown 60s style psychedelic love fest, which is always a good thing. Groovy you, the universe. That was it. You know, the way that these cards come out is so hard to read them because it's in such different language. It's like whoever made these, they're very creative and so out there. And so hence this is really talking about actually everyone is reasonable. They just have their own reasons. Okay. Well, that makes interesting sense, right? And it's usually it's worth trying to learn what they are, what the other person's reasons are to maximize the chances of a full-blown 60s psychedelic love fest, which is always a good thing. Groovy you, the universe. Okay. Sounds better the second time you read it. You have to kind of take it apart a little bit with these cards. So thanks for working with me on this, but time for a love fest. Well, let's see what we also can decipher from the universe. Interestingly enough, the gifts from the universe sometimes aren't always as apparent. So this is a prime example of that, trying to decipher the language on the back. All right, let's see what else. I'm laughing at myself, okay? So let's take a look at what other advice that we can get for you here. Let's see what that is, okay? All right, one more. Here it is. Okay, what is it? Oh my gosh. Love is never in vain. This is true, guys. My gosh, note your comments below. So if you feel that something that, perhaps was in vain in terms of a love relationship, this is saying. And then what it says in the back is when you finally see what this whole time and space thing is all about, you're going to laugh, you're going to cry, and you're going to be so happy you loved as much as you did. Dotingly, the universe. Beautiful, guys. Really beautiful. It wants you to remember in the big scheme of things that love was not in vain. Okay, so that's what this wants to let you. And I think that again, that perhaps this situation had led you was some sort of catalyst that led you to a new beginning for you. And what was that new beginning for you, Virgo? You have to note your comments below. I'd love to know. This was a beautiful read for you. It was an interesting twists and turns, but it was really interesting. But the advice from the universe, I think, was really key in the process. So let me know what you think. Note your comments below. I'm sending lots of love. Be safe, and I look forward to seeing you in the second half of May. Until then, namaste.